Mario Golf?
Good shot.
That's so wonderful.
Nice shot.
4.
Good shot.
Good shot.
Oh, it's me.
Hello. And Mario got the spiky hair in the back. Low key. Now Peach got socks on. Mario is like wearing the same thing. He don't care. He don't care. He be playing with the same stuff he got on in the club. Baby Mario. And Yoshi. Yoshi's immortal. It doesn't make sense. We're laughing. Oh no. Yo, Luigi never looked so good. That's what Luigi would look like in Mario 64. It's like the same graphics. Ah, Luigi sucks. Man, they did Luigi dirty there. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. Margarita time. Yo, the orange golf bag. I gotta get one of those. Bowser's like, what am I doing here? 1999. Camelot. Whoever made this Camelot. They came a lot. Oh, Camelot, right. Bro! I actually read that as Camelot. Peach.
Nice shot.
Plum, the gothic chick. Plum, the goth chick. Oh no! That's not good. Hello!
It's me.
Son of a bee! Oh, yo, you're gonna love it. You're gonna love this game. Yo, what the freak? We don't have anyone? Charlie. It's Charlie boy. Charlie. We can be the goth chick. I don't remember that. You can't use Mario? Okay. It's like, frick you. 2008 Y or 208 yards. Should I be Peach? I mean, I would be the goth chick though. Charlie. I think that's like the default human male and female. Mario.
Here we go.
Get character. Yeah, let's get a character.
Here we go.
Here we go. Okay. You're gonna love it. Yo, this music. Slapping. It slaps more than Clefairy's double slap. Okay. I never actually played the story mode. Alright, I have to remember how to do this. How do you switch the power? There it is. Nope. Wedge. How do I change the wedge? Oh, what happened there? Yo, the N64 broke. Okay. How could she slip? Facts. No. You know, now that I actually play golf, I know kind of what's going on here. It's Majin Buu. There we go. Nope. I need to figure out how to do that one camera angle. There it is. That's okay. Okay. So the wind's going that way. We need some power. I don't even have to use power here, but I'm gonna use it. All right, here we go. Damn it! Not the best hit. What? The wind. There's wind though. Okay, that's not bad. We're on the rough, a little rough. No fairway. Okay, we got it. Luigi, you son of a pee-pee. He's good. Even. That's one. That's not even. Oh, what? He gets to go again? That means he was farther away. A 4 wedge. I like how fast they switch everything. It's like they're robots. Calculated. Who's
Nice
clapping?
on.
Nice cock. I mean, well, he used a 4 wedge. Maybe I should use a 4 wedge too. The tree's there.
What?
So I'm gonna need a pitch for sure. The tree is there, man. Pitching wedge. Three iron. What's the pink one? Damn. I'm terrible. Yeah, I think I can just do it. $13 M's. Go! What the freak? You sniveling worm. Go, baby! Are you kidding me? It really doesn't want to go. Alright, oh, it's over, man. Just restart. Just restart. Don't do that. Oh, what? Oh. It keeps going. Okay, fine. Just restart it. 18-hole round with Luigi. Okay. There it is. Alright, Luigi. I see you. I see you, Luigi. Is this like as long as the actual golf game? No, because there's no walking.
Nice on.
Oh, it's my turn now. I'm not watching a video. It's actually me playing. Okay. I'm probably not gonna hit that perfectly, so I'll just do that. Okay, that's good.
Nice on.
He's gonna get it, watch. He's gonna get it. Oh, I could taunt him.
Mamma mia!
Go!
Nice birdie.
You need a lot of medals. The music's so good in this game. Anyway, we get it. The music's good. This is the classic right here. Alright, the wind and all that. I don't know, I can't hit it perfect anymore. I don't remember this. I remember this being easier to hit the ball perfectly. No, he didn't.
Hurry up! Hurry up! Hurry up! Hurry up!
That's a taunt right there. The wind? Wait. Why is Boo facing that way? Is that the wind? What does that mean? Or is the flag the wind? Okay. That's so difficult. Damn, that's bad. It's in the comb. It's in the comb. It's in the comb. Look at Luigi's picture. Look at him. Look at him. This is the sand wedge right here. Okay. Not bad. Could have been worse. Could have been worse. Because that's how far the bar goes. That's how far I think I have to hit it. That's the max length, the max power. No shot. You son of a... Don't do it. Don't do it, Luigi. Don't do it, Luigi. Yeah! What? He goes again?
Bogey.
Yeah, you suck.
Mamma mia.
Go take a crap. Too much, too much.
Bogey.
No one won? Did no one win? We both lost. What an epic battle. You only have so many powers. I have 4 left throughout the whole thing. So we don't really need to use it right here. The wind is always the same. Dude! I can't hit it perfectly. No. We're good. What? This game's so good. So simple. I could use a power now. That wouldn't reach. It still wouldn't reach. If I hit it perfectly, maybe. But... Dude, no. That's okay. That's good though. That's good actually, because we're right there anyway.
Nice shot.
Oh, right. He's doing like the.
Nice
He's pointing.
on.
He's pointing the dot at the ball. How do you do that? Boing, boing. Wait, how do you do that? Keep it there. think you have to use that. Oh my god.
Oh, too bad.
Luigi's like, I don't know. I don't know about that one. Oh, it's over, man.
Too bad.
It's freaking over. Don't do it, Luigi. Don't do it. Don't do it. Alright. Alright, so last time I did this, it barely reached with maximum. So I'm gonna do middle. That's 4 spots. So I think that's 4. I don't know. Alright. Sounds good. No! That's really powerful. 39 feet? No way. That's too low. Oh, man. +2. Okay. +2. 2 over par. Right.
Nice par.
What? He's being modest. He's like, I don't know. I'm not that good. Luigi, I hate you. I hate you now. No, I'm just kidding. He's cool. My hero. What a pro. What a pro. Oh, not too good, huh? Not too good, huh? Semi-rough, just like in bed, Luigi. Isn't that right, Daisy? Okay. That was a low blow there. Just like Daisy did. But whoa. There we go. Not bad. Go again. All right. I don't know.
Nice on.
I know. Luigi's freaking picture, man.
Nice shot.
That's so wonderful.
Hurry up.
Oh, too bad.
Get wrecked. Yo, Luigi's not that good, huh? He's slipping. Look at this dude. It's over. What are you doing, Luigi? What are you doing? Sink to win. No pressure. That's not completely to the edge, so I think I can hit that. Here we go. Damn. He could miss. He could. No, he's not. He got it.
Bogey. Mamma mia.
Mamma mia. Yeah, don't touch my ball.
Nice par.
Oh, wow.
Cry about it. This is a small length. Okay. It's right there. It's right there. Too easy. It's gonna be a tricky one. It's a trick, isn't it? Perfect. That's not good though. That means it's gonna go that's gonna go pretty far. Too far. Yeah. Not good. That's not good. was a nice shot, but that's okay though, because he's not close enough to get it in game. This could be trouble if I mess this up. It's on the green. It's on the green. It's on there. What are you doing? What are you doing, Luigi? What the frick? What just happened?
Nice birdie. All right.
He just did a T-pose jump. A T-pose jump. What the frick was that? Never seen that in my life. He's like, oh yeah.
Nice shot. Fine. Excellent.
Or he could do positive
Nice shot.
sayings as well.
Okay.
Okay. That's kind of like negative. Sarcastic. I mean, straight approach. What does it mean when you're to the right? Does it mean you hit it to the right? Yo. Okay. I want to hit it perfectly. Not too perfect here. If I do want to hit it perfectly here. But not here. There's no wind at all. We're dying. There's no oxygen at all. Come on, don't go in that white stuff. Are you freaking kidding me? How? Well, how is there no wind? I'm okay. It's okay. It's all good still. These are only at hole 7. Too bad. It's in there. It's in the ice cream. That's too much. Oh no, we're good. Whoa, that was a good hit. We were deep in there, in game. Sink to win.
Nice par.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so he took away his golds. I think we're even now. You could catch up to him if you do gold too. I don't know. Okay, so basically, this is hole 8. 4 power. Don't want to use all the power though.
Nice shot.
Wait, why does it hit the ball on top? What? Trying to be clever?
Nice shot. Nice shot. Nice shot. Nice, 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 nice.
Okay. No rush, no rush. It's too sensitive. That's okay. Oh, that's not good. 8 iron. Got 8 iron on his hip. 8 iron on his hip.
Nice on.
Let's try this. I don't know. Not good. Not a good hit, but hey. Where's he at? What's going on here? It is flat. It's flat. Maybe. That's so powerful. Oh! Yo!
Nice.
Yo, what up? We're back in this. Get out of here, Luigi. Get out. What? Yeah, miss and lose. Miss and lose. Watch this. Oh, you suck. Okay.
Nice birdie. Yeah. All right.
Damn. How'd I hit that shot? That's incredible. Incredible. We evened out. Okay, so it can end up being a tie if I don't get ahead. It actually matters. Facts. What? No! Oh my god. Now it's on the edge. It's right there.
Nice shot.
Wait, what? How's the wind going that way? Wait, the wind. Is the boo facing the direction of the wind? I don't know what's going on there. Maybe. Semi-rough. I think he is, so I'm gonna assume that. Ooh, that's a tough shot. No.
Nice on.
We're good. Nice on.
Oh, too bad.
I'm done. How'd that happen? I don't get it. I'm missing something. Let's get it out of the thing. Oh, this is bad. Crap. This is bad. You might miss. Luigi, are you up?
Nice shot.
Are you even there? Okay. Here's AFK.
Nice birdie. Yeah. All right.
Rain. I think Boo is facing the direction of the wind. Because how else? The wind can't always be blowing the same direction. That's the only indicator. Yeah. I don't know. I guess. What else would he be doing there? Imagine. Go on, Luigi. Get wrecked. What's the matter? Okay. That better be the wind. I'm just gonna go for it here. I was gonna do a little more, but it's okay.
Nice approach.
I approached it. Sink to win.
Nice par.
Oh, wow.
Nice car. What we got here? Where's he looking? Okay, the wind's going that way.
Nice shot.
Who's that guy? There's two guys saying that. Oh yeah, the announcer. Makes sense. He's flaking. Or it could be part of his plan. What?
Nice shot. Fun. Mamma mia.
No. That's bad for him. That's pretty bad. He's desperate. Okay. Can be a little safe here. This could be bad. Good thing I went safe mode. I can probably approach it now. His difficulty went up. Win. Sink to win. A little too low. Too light. Damn. Sink to win? No. No, I'm sink to win. Yikes. Is he sink to win?
Bogey. Mamma mia.
Fetal. Assume the fetal position.
Bogey.
We evened out. Okay. The one wedge. The driver. Woo!
Nice shot.
Oh. Hole 12.
Nice shot.
That's wonderful.
Hurry up.
Nice on.
Nice on. Nice on. Nissan. What are you doing? When he goes fast like that, I get worried.
Nice on.
I mean, yeah. Don't do it. Oh my god, he switched so fast.
Nice birdie. Yeah. All right.
The groundhog. You know when he switches quick there, like he's gonna make it. His difficulty meter, like, boop, it went up. 10. 10 out of 10. Alright. Gotta start using the power, I think. It's hard to get all the characters. You have to do this for every character. My brother did it. I didn't know what that meant until now. It's really... There's no wind at all. No boo at all. Boo. Hurt. What if I get a hole in one? Woodeth. No shot, dude.
Nice shot.
No way. The red sun, that's not normal. What the frick? Okay. Okay. Nice approach. Nice sun. Okay. On green. The camera switch. Whoa, what? The Nintendo broke. What happened? Correct. Alright, where am I at? I forgot. Oh my god, it's right there. But that's not too close.
Nice par.
Oh, wow.
We're tied. I have to use the powers. It is time. I think you can skip their turns if you want. But no.
Hurry up! Nice shot!
It's supposed to go on fire. I think maybe it only goes on fire when you
Nice
hit it.
on.
You hit it when you first hit it. It goes on fire then. Okay. Yikes! That's okay. Okay, that's fine.
Nice on.
Oh man. Oh, I'm not worried. Look how far away that is. There's no way. No shot.
Nice touch.
Nice touch. Sink to win. No pressure. Another realm there. Okay. Shoot the J. Didn't even tap it. See, now that seems the same distance as the last one, but I missed. I have to hit this to even it.
Nice par.
Woo!
Wow!
Avoided death. Miss and lose. I mean,
Nice par.
Peach is happy about it. Luigi's like, I should have killed her. I should have annihilated her. What does that mean? A lot of wind. That's what that means. There's a lot of wind. True. This is going to the sky. Okay. I shouldn't have talked while I was doing it. Okay. Next time. Next time. There's plenty of holes left.
Nice shot!
You can taunt while even before they hit. But not when they're doing the actions, but they didn't hit the ball yet, technically. Okay. There's a lot of wind though, so I'm gonna ease up. We're dead. Watch this going in the white. Oh, we're good. Wow, okay. Okay.
Excellent.
Excellent. What was that? We're hearing like every sound in the game right now. Every sound possible is happening.
Nice approach.
This sink to even. Oh, he's gonna lose.
Nice par.
Sink to win. It's right there. If I miss this, I'm done. Sabotaged. I got sabotaged. I could have swore something happened there. Oh no.
Nice par.
It felt like the controller had a delay, or is that my brain? Okay, that's fine. It was planned. I wanted to draw it out. Oh, sun's setting. That's cool. The sun is setting. Choked. I think that's called a choke. You just choked, really. That's what happened. Between the trees. Twin Peaks here. Damn it. It's okay. Pretty good. Pretty good. It's not in the bad areas. What are you doing? What are you doing? Fancy pants. If this was like real life golf, people would play it till like nighttime. You can't even see the ball. They're still there. They're still there. Glow in the dark balls. Why don't they make glow in the dark? I'm using the power again, I think. It's time. It is time. What?
Oh, too bad.
That was a waste.
Nice shot.
The wind doesn't even seem that strong though. I pushed it there. Oh no.
Nice on.
Oh no. Hole in one right here. He won, I think. He's gonna get it. Oh man. Oh. I didn't want to.
Bogey.
I think he won. He won.
Nice par.
That's okay. That's just my fault. I'll just no excuse here. Oh no. We're really wiring it down to the wire. There it is. It's like a movie, except I don't think I'm gonna win, honestly. Oh, he's using the power now. Oh god. He's using the powers. Wow, that hit perfectly on the edge to give it more momentum.
Nice on.
He's like difficulty 10 right now. Why did he do that? He didn't even have to do that. I have no more power. There's a lot of wind. How much wind though? Come on, baby. I don't know. Okay, don't choke.
Nice on.
We're good. What? He's gonna make it. Look how fast he turned. He entered the calculations. Okay. I have to win this, man. I can make this one. Darn it, darn it, darn it. Oh! Just made it. Wow, we got the whole 18. What? We're right to the wire. This is like Billy Madison here. The last one. How will it end? A good ending or a bad ending? Let's see what happens. Right now. Very windy, but it's going forward. No more power. No power, no power. Okay. Okay. Wait a minute, if I hit it here, then I can aim for another straight shot with the wind on my side. Big brain. Big brain. Going for the meta. This could be bad though. This could backfire. We're good. Hole 18.
Nice shot.
What? Okay. Just as planned. This is the plan. I have to hit it perfect. Actually, no. Last time I did that, it went too far, right? Or too short. That's okay. It'll be different this time. Oh no. I really needed that to go on the green though. Look out, camera guy. Oh no. Oh, he's in the rough too. All right. That's good. Oh, okay. I have to. It's gonna be a tie unless I get it in two hits. What if? Nah, you can't. I tried that before. Oh my god, that's pretty far. He got it. No, it's on a hill. Sink to win. Oh man. Oh man, this is it. It's right there. This is such an easy one. Oh man. Where's that to go? The second bar or 1.5? Oh! The hill is killing us both. Oh no.
Bogey.
What are the chances he misses this? No.
Bogey.
So what happens? I think it's all. We wasted our whole day. Sudden death? Wait, this is sudden death? Hole 1 again. Whoever wins now. Okay. Well, we got everything in this one game. We have every single kind of hit could have been hit possible, except the out of bounds. I'm not doing that though. All right, I did not expect this. Neck and neck. Look at that. It's on the green.
Nice on.
I could be better. This is pretty bad. It's not good enough. You have to get it right next to the thing at that point.
Nice on.
Look how far away that is. How are you supposed to do this? It's like, how are you supposed to counter that? It's like a hill within a hill. Maybe. There's hope, right? No. Oh, I had the right idea. Stop. To win. He won. Look how fast he did it. It's over.
Nice birdie.
Yeah, all right.
Is it over? That's it? I don't have a chance? Damn it. Luigi won. 26 XP though. 50 more points for the next course. After all that, we lost. Alright, well, that was great. Kept you on your toes, didn't it? Wow. We died. Luigi. Alright, we'll see what happens tomorrow. I'm not sure if I'll play a little bit of this before the new one or just straight into the new one. But we'll see. We'll see what happens with that.